From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Monday, November 14th. A cold start to the day. Temperatures are in the 20s on your way to work, on the kids' wait for the bus right now. Mostly sunny skies, though, with temps in the low to mid 40s. President Biden is in Indonesia for the G20 summit this morning. Right now, he is meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping for their first in-person meeting since Biden took office. Biden says they both have a responsibility to show their nations can manage their differences and find ways to cooperate. The event comes amid increased tension as Biden has previously called to expel Russia from the group. The Russian embassy in Indonesia says President Vladimir Putin will not attend the summit in person. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is scheduled to speak at the event. Major changes land a big win with a new coach for the Colts and a different quarterback. The Colts come home from Las Vegas with a victory. Head coach Jeff Saturday gave the starting job back to Matt Ryan, and Ryan delivered with a scoring strike to Paris Campbell and a touchdown of his own to go with a third from Jonathan Taylor. The Colts and Raiders swapped the lead several times, and it looked like the Las Vegas Raiders were going to grab the win, but the Colts defense held fast, snuffing out a would-be touchdown on the final drive. Colts are now 4-5-1 on the season. That record puts them second in the division behind the Titans. And today, a rally in downtown Indianapolis. Organizers say at least 100 people will gather at the City-County building. They want the Health and Hospital Corporation of Marion County to drop a case that has reached the Supreme Court. The case involves Georgi Talevsky, an Indiana man who died with dementia in a nursing home last year. His family sued, claiming the facility did not provide adequate care. The Health and Hospital Corporation said it took the necessary steps to keep its staff and Talevsky safe. The corporation is challenging whether Medicaid recipients have the right to sue state-run facilities. Justices heard arguments in the case last week. Police arrest a man for drunk driving after he crashed his semi into a school bus carrying a high school hockey team. Warsaw police say a semi crashed into the bus just after 8 Saturday night. The team was in town from Illinois for a hockey tournament, and they were headed back to their hotel. Police say Victor Santos crashed a semi into the bus as it was turning off of US 30 onto Center Street. When officers arrived, the bus was on its side. 25 people were on board. 16 students were injured. One student was thrown from the bus. Police initially said 3 people were taken to the hospital with critical injuries. As of yesterday, police said they were no longer critical. Police arrested Victor Santos for drunk driving. He's currently being held at the Kosciuszko County Jail. And we are following breaking news out of the University of Virginia. People on campus are being told to stay in place this morning after a gunman killed 3 people and wounded 2 others in a shooting. An alert was first sent out just after 10:30 last night after shots were reported at a campus parking garage. Campus police are still looking for the suspect. They've identified Christopher Darnell Jones as the suspect and also say that he is a student there. The university's athletic website says Jones was a member of the football team in 2018. Police say he is armed and dangerous and may be driving a black SUV. And we are learning more about the people killed in a weekend air disaster in Texas. Through local authorities and family members, we've learned the names of 3 of the 6 people killed. Terry Barker and Lynn Root were former commercial airline pilots. Major Curtis Rowe flew in the Civil Air Patrol. They and 3 others died when 2 historic military planes collided in the air at the Wings Over Dallas show Saturday afternoon. Authorities say 5 people were on a B-17 Flying Fortress bomber. 1 person was in the P-63 King Cobra fighter plane. They were both from Commemorative Air Force, the company that put on the show. Investigators say there are no black boxes to use as they sort out what led to the crash. The NTSB says a preliminary report will be done in 4 to 6 weeks. It could be a year before the final report is released. Police say a stolen car led to a police chase and 2 young people in the hospital. It happened early yesterday evening southeast of downtown Fort Wayne. Police say a detective spotted the stolen car and tried to pull it over, but the driver took off instead. Police say the car hit several traffic lights and crashed into another vehicle. Then the 2 suspects inside ran away until police caught them. Police have not given their exact ages, but say they went to the hospital in custody and in good condition. Paramedics checked out the driver from the car. The stolen car hit. Police say she was in good condition. A shooting last week is now a homicide case with a man under arrest. IMPD says 65-year-old Robert Reed Jr. shot 59-year-old Sherry Wolf last Tuesday afternoon. It happened on Blue Spruce Lane near 38th and Sherman. Police arrested Reed Wednesday. Wolf died Thursday. Police say the shooting stemmed from a domestic problem. They have preliminarily charged Reed with murder. Prosecutors will decide the formal charges. A new study says emergency rooms are seeing more children and teenagers with suicidal thoughts. The study is in the journal Pediatrics. It looked at data from hospitals in Illinois. The study found visits to the ER from young people with suicidal thoughts increased 59% from 2016 to 2021. The increase was especially sharp between fall of 2019 and fall of 2020, with a 57% increase. About a quarter of the cases led to hospital stays. In the war in Ukraine, people in Kherson are celebrating the end of Russia's 8-month occupation of the southern Ukrainian city. People gathered in the city's main square throughout the weekend, cheering and waving Ukrainian flags. The excitement comes amid evidence of the Russian occupation, though. Authorities say they're working on getting a return to the city to normal life. They say Kherson is without electricity or running water, and most cell phone networks have been knocked out. Officials say food and medical supplies are also short. Leaders in Turkey are criticizing the United States after a weekend bombing that killed 6 people and injured dozens more in Istanbul. The Turkish foreign minister blames Kurdish rebels and says America is also at fault for the attack. He said the condolence message was like a killer being the first to show up to a crime scene. Officials say 21 other people are being questioned. And finally, to business headlines. Grocery prices are more than 12% higher than a year ago. Thanksgiving is hitting households a lot harder. Prices for staples like turkey, eggs, bread, and butter are up even more. For the first time ever, it may be cheaper to dine out than buy groceries and prepare a meal for family and friends at home. That's according to Wells Fargo's food and agribusiness analyst. Many bosses plan to clamp down on hybrid workers as the battle over remote work continues. Some bosses are planning penalties for those who don't abide by office attendance rules. But BizJournals reports if attendance requirements are too strict, too punishing, or poorly rationalized, companies could quickly lose top talent to competitors who are more accommodating. Elon Musk announced the company is working on a new way to authenticate users. On Sunday afternoon, he tweeted the social media website would soon begin rolling out a feature that will allow organizations to identify accounts that are actually associated with them. After the company began rolling out its new $8 per month Twitter Blue subscription on Wednesday, the website was quickly overrun by trolls who used the surface to impersonate celebrities and brands. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.